I'm David Weiss, your board game concierge here at 401 Games, and this week's video smorgasbord is for Mini Rails, designed by Mark Garretts and recently re-released in North America by Tasty Minstrel Games. Now, Mini Rails was originally released in 2017, but only available as a Japanese import, and that's where I bought it on the Board Game Geek store. It sounded really neat. It was promised to be an 18xx style stock buying rail building game that was playable in 45 minutes. So I bought it and I kept bringing it out, but none of my friends wanted to play it, so I ended up selling it. But then last year, some of these very same friends started to bring it out and play it from somewhere, and now it's a hot game, I suppose maybe because of its North American release. So how unfair is that? Well, we'll see if this game is for you, and we'll take a look at it. In Mini Rails, you and up to 4 others are the usual cigar-chomping, top-hatted capitalists vying to make the most money by the end of 6 rounds. Here's a close-up of one of the player boards. Every round, each of you will take 2 actions, and they have to be different. So one action will be a track-laying action, and you turn it over, and one action will be a stock-buying action, and you can do them in either order. The modular board is made up of 6 two-sided superhexes, which fit inside the jigsaw frame. And every game is different because you're going to set them up randomly. And in each corner, each of the 6 companies starts with some track already laid. The board shows things after the end of the first round. At the beginning of each round, you're going to draw a certain number of company discs, which depends on the player count, from this bag and place them on the track. Then, in order from left to right, if your pawn is the leftmost pawn, it's your turn to take an action. And you take your pawn and you choose which of the company discs you want to use, and you slide it in there. So not only are you picking which company disc you're going to use, but you're also going to be, in the end, picking up and deciding what turn order is going to be on the following round. So sometimes you'll want to take a double move, and sometimes you won't care, you just want certain company discs. If you choose the stock action, you just take the disc and you put it on the 0 space here of your personal stock portfolio board and turn over your action disc. And there it will sit until someone else chooses the same colored disc to change the share value of the company. At the end of the game, it could be up here, making a profit, or it could be down here, making a loss and scoring negative points. But as you'll see in a minute, it's a little more complicated than that. On the other hand, if you use the disc for laying track, then you're going to place it on the board. And the share price of that company is going to go up if you place it on white dots, which means in this case blue's shares would go up by 2, or the share price of the company is going to go down, say if you place it there, if it's red, which means the share prices are going to go down by 3 for everyone who's already got shares in that company. So at the end of every round, there'll always be 1 disc left over, and that disc moves down here, where it not only marks the passing rounds, but also it marks which companies whose losses will be written off at the end of the game. And any company who's not down here at the end of the game will have all its profits taxed away and all its positive points wiped out. So then all those points will be worthless. What I love about Mini Rails is how it distills the whole 18xx genre down to its very essence. Obviously, it's not going to be the same immersion experience as a full game of something like 1830, but the decisions in the game are similar and just as interesting. Plus, it plays in under an hour, even with the full complement of 5 players. So, if you or your friends has ever wanted to dip your toe or toes into the world of stock manipulation and laying track, then Mini Rails makes for a decent introduction, or just a fine medium filler between other meatier games. So click on the link below to order your copy of Mini Rails. This is your board game concierge, David Weiss for 401 Games, saying thanks for watching.